Will there be Monster Train this week? Oh yeah, it's probably going to be Monster Train today. 2007, that's right. October. So, we're playing The Watcher here on our ongoing quest to win with 2 copies of every card in the Spire. So far, that's leading me to want to take more rare cards in Act 1, even if they're not good rare cards, because it increases my chance dramatically to see a duplicate. That said, none of these are a duplicate. I could go for the somewhat vanilla remove 2. Wow, we've got actually a difficult path here. Look at this. No way past these elites. No upgrade before the first elite neither. That's actually very challenging. That does to me speak to the value of removing 2 defends. Dunking those defends so that you can just play your double damage strikes on Watchers. Very powerful. But I'm also considering the boss swap here. I think that could be quite good in this situation. Or, honestly, no nonsense, just upgrade the Eruption. And then maybe we could even fight the Burning Elite. That way we do have an upgraded card, and we'll be 1 upgrade ahead the whole time. And yes, challenging for Watchers into here. Even Watcher can stumble quite quickly against a first elite, particularly if the cards that you get offered in the first combats don't include a solution to one of the 3 elites, and you so happen to roll that particular elite. For example, say we simply don't get offered an attack card in either of the first 2 combats, and then the elite ends up being a Gremlin Knob. That could be pretty tough. Could also have things happen like Eruption is the very bottom card in the draw order against the elite. Lagavulin could go really bad with the wrong draw order. Sentries can go really bad with the wrong draw order. It's not so easy for the Watcher going into an early elite. Haley says, my win weight with Watcher in general and my win weight with Watcher while boss swapping is a less than 1% difference. That doesn't surprise me too much. I think the Watcher's very, very capable with the starting relic. I actually really like this starting relic. 1 energy on 1 turn of your choosing. It's pretty good. You get that energy when you need it. As long as you understand what turn the energy will be most impactful, you can really put this thing to use. STS can go really bad with the wrong draw order, it says Spide Sheath. Absolutely. I'd like to see what the game would look like with hostile RNG, I'm going to call it, where if the worst possible draw order were to occur to you in a run, like how far could you make it, even on the basic difficulty? I bet not very far at all. There's almost nothing you can do if things go up, at the bottom 1% RNG occurs. Some truly extraordinary bad results can occur when you reshuffle without Eruption and then you don't see it again for 4 turns. Horrifying. Death to Jawworm. Yeah, I think some have hypothesized that there's a possible forced Death to Jawworm on Silent A20 with an extremely unfortunate draw order. Chat decides the draw order mod. And the only reason I haven't clicked on remove 2 cards here is because it costs 18 of our health, and that could actually be crucial here in these early things. I've done many remove 2 Watcher runs, and I don't necessarily need to do another one right now. That's the other thing motivating me here. I want it spicy, so I'm going to boss swap. Let's see what happens. This could get really ugly really fast, or it could be beautiful. It's an Astrolabe, and I think that means it's likely to be beautiful. Let's get rid of... We're fighting Guardian, right? Yeah, okay, let's get rid of 2 strikes, 2 defends and 1 strike, rather than 3 defends. And I get Worship plus, Deus Ex Machina plus, and Study plus. Those ain't it. We turned our strikes and defends into cards that do less damage or block than either strike or defend. Although these are interesting utility cards. Deus Ex Machina is going to give us more energy. Study can create more card draw. This is the beginning of a really good Strange Spoon run, maybe. And it also gives us some interesting early cards to start picking up duplicates of. But by and large, a little unusual. I'm actually thinking we maybe want to go this way now. Go through the shop. Take that second late elite, or maybe we could do a shop after the elites, but that gives me more time before the second elite, and I think we probably want that. Could split this way if we get really strong. Krogzar, thanks for 42 months. Hello, hello to you. How you doing? Yeah, the cards are at least good to have upgrades on, right? Dang it, you 14 health slime. Ouch. It's almost like I didn't get rid of my starting relic. Got even more miracles. Yeah, and at least the expensive worship is more easily played with the Deus Ex, too. That's pretty good. I just want to enter Wrath here? Not really. Right, because then this would be happening. Weird fight. Very weird fight. I'm divine now. Oopa. Alright, this deck definitely wants something like a cut-through fate or a wheel kick or... I don't know. Flying Sleeves is my only attack option, huh? I don't totally dislike it, but... I don't know. Really, any attack card is a significant improvement currently, and the fact that it has Retain is at least somewhat appealing. We'd much rather have a Crush Joints or anything that says draw on it. But it is takeable. And it will be a good upgrade. Sure. We're in a desperate enough spot already that I am willing to do this. Play this worship, we might as well. And then, is this a kill? Yes. Okay, nice and simple there. Strength Potion. Okay, that makes the Flying Sleeves a lot more attractive going into the first elite fight, actually. We might be able to go this way, depending on what this card reward is. Oh. Oh, nice, Vele. And Meditate is quite potent here, although it's yet another card that doesn't immediately block or defend. It lets us either fetch the worship from the discard pile or otherwise get out of Wrath and get stuff into my hand that might be crucial. I think it's quite powerful. Although, again, maybe not immediately powerful in the way that we want it to be. Is that enough to go for the Burning Elite here? I feel like it might be. I'd rather go to one of these stores than this store. We'll have more money to spend, which means we might be able to get a relic in addition to a card remove. We'll have to go through several more combats to get to the Burning Elite, but that shouldn't be... Actually, that could be very bad. We have a lot of do-nothing cards in this deck, and the hard pool fights are going to be quite exceptionally challenging, actually. But I do think we should head in this direction overall. Play the Strike or Meditate the Vigilance? Let's Meditate the Vigilance. In case I need it, for example. Indeed. So if even the Jawworm is going to hurt us, what hope do we have against 4 Gremlins, you know? Good potions, though. Okay, Wallop is amazing with Divinity. It's immediate damage and immediate block. It scales very well with Strength. Likewise, Conclude does a ton of damage. My only issue with Conclude is that you can't play Conclude and Meditate in the same turn, which makes you want to take Wallop here. Alright, this is not the worst combat we could have gotten, but it's definitely a bad one. Get a Thief and a Slime. That Slime is going to attack us next turn for quite a lot, so I think we'd like to kill the Slime first. By doing Eruption, Meditate the Eruption. to use 2 miracles for that. I think we can get the gold back, ultimately. And I don't think I need to use the strength potion here. Well, maybe I do, actually. Seems bad. How the heck are we going to get through this act? We're going to have to get stronger very quickly. That means getting decent card rewards from this fight and the next one. Is the long and short of it. Let's see, 4, 4, 4, 6. So no, that won't be enough to kill. If I strength potion, these go to base 6, right? And this would be 11, goes to 8. So 6, 6, 6, 8. 18 plus 8, 26. Oh, is that's enough then, yeah? But that's too much energy. Even with a miracle, I can't play all of that. So I would have to use the eruption then. Which means I might as well use the eruption in the wallop. So yes, I should have used the strength potion, I think is what I'm learning here. We do take some more damage, but not so much more damage. Ouch. Aha, cards. Scrawl is definitely a winner with Deus Ex Machina, and that is certainly going to change our combat performance. I also really like Talk to the Hand with both Flying Sleeves and Wallop, but there's no way I'm going to turn down a Scrawl here. This might change our fate substantially. Can we deal with 3 lice, though? That is the question. The answer appears to be yes. For once. How encouraging. Hit this one, please. Scrawl this turn would be really nice. Thank you. Let me just go Eruption, Wallop, Strike, Flying Sleeves. Easy. Consecrate fits in pretty well. Battle Hymn is too much setup. You might think Battle Hymn is nice, but it's going to be too many turns of setting things up. We need something that does something now. And I really want something that can kill... I guess we don't need gremlins, because we got past the gremlins. I'm going to go for that Burning Elite, question mark? Doesn't mean Sands of Time is actually more appealing? Sands of Time with Divinity is really spicy. Consecrate's kind of nice for the sentries, though. And I like it with the... Cultist Potion. I'm going to grab the Consecrate. No nonsense, decent damage. Did we get strong enough for the Burning Elite? I'm going with... We sure did. We sure did. We sure did. And we got a very good Elite. This is the one Elite that gives us the free turns of setup that this deck really wants. And I think that means we'll effortlessly crush this opponent. Just brutally, mercilessly, effortlessly crush this poor sleeping egg. So I want to draw a 6, right? Let's use this Miracle then. Miracle Scrawl. Worship. Study. Meditate. And then Lagavulin is still sleeping. And we enter Divinity. Oh. Wake up! You stinky egg! Alright, good fight. We got a Peace Pipe. We can now remove cards at rest sites. As well as the Emerald Key, a Potion, and Foresight signature move, Empty Fist. Poor egg. Be gone, egg. Peace Pipe this early definitely could lead to really good things, particularly if we can find a lesson learned. Is it double signature move time? Don't really think Signature Move plays all that well with retaining attacks or 2-cost attacks in general. We add a Foresight. I don't really want to. Good talk. Can I handle another elite here? 28 health, and then several things afterwards. You know, life is a lot better with an upgraded scroll or meditate. We might die if I don't get some more health, but let's see what we can do here. Beep. I want to play this? Not yet, I don't think. And a Miracle Worship here so that we can either meditate it or draw back to it. Alberian Live, thanks for the 5 months of support. Yeah, this is what I was a little worried about, actually. Just having a bad time. Alright, the good news is we win next turn, I believe. Pretty decisively, it seems. Going to be a reckoning. Actually, 11 health seems kind of reasonable out of this fight. Wow, we had, like, way more damage than necessary, too. Now I have a Preserved Insect, so future elites will be easier. I have a Distilled Chaos, so we can yeet the top 3 cards off the draw pile, and I'm being offered either another Mantra card or another AoE card. I actually really like picking up a Prostrate alongside this Worship. 1, it's a block card, which we kind of desperately need. And 2, if we can play Prostrate twice, so I'll have to upgrade it first. If we can play it twice with an upgrade, then we only have to play Worship 1 time, or we can get a second copy of this card. That's another option. Akabeko, our first attack each combat does 8 more damage. This is a huge find for us. Either Akabeko hits Consecrate, meaning the damage is higher to all enemies, or it hits Flying Sleeves, applying twice, or it hits Wallop, meaning we gain more block. Hey, grats on that A20 Heart victory for the first time there, AK South. Well done, well done. Maybe I get a heal going this way? Let's see. I can buy potions. I'll buy 1 potion. I've already got pretty decent potions, and I'm going to a shop. But I don't want to get bopped. Ancient Pot plus Flex Pot or Flex Pot plus Distilled? Imagine if we're using the Flex Pot. We're only going to need the 1 turn. Unless I want to use Ancient Pot, Flex Pot to beat Guardian, maybe. I don't know if that'll be enough. Now leave. Well, there's the second Prostrate I wanted. There's also Vault here. Vault is quite strong, letting us take an extra turn. The Relic Sling of Courage is kind of appealing, giving us extra strength in elite fights. Establishment makes things cheaper when they're retained. Works on Worship and on the card Meditate selects, so that's not bad. I honestly think that'd be a detriment to the deck's performance currently, the Establishment. It's another card that does nothing immediately, which is really going to hurt our turn 1 and turn 2. And on the turn we want the energy discount, we already have a huge amount of energy because we're entering Divinity. We don't need an additional energy engine in Establishment when we already have Prostrate, Worship, Deus Ex Machina. We could bottle Scrawl. It's a hefty price to pay, but very strong. To have Scrawl in the opening hand on every combat. Very, very strong. Very, very, very strong, actually. Wow, that is very good. Spicy Meat Sauce, thanks for the 9 months of support. Wow, is that as good as having like an entire extra copy of Vault? I don't know. And a Carter move. Is the sling that good when we already have Insect? It's certainly true that the sling might be overkill here. Although it could let us easily do something like take a Black Star. Yeah, 10 cards turn 1 is a kind of a big deal. But I'm also thinking about picking up this second copy of Prostrate. Ooh, Synergy Click. This is one from chess, but the saying applies in a lot of situations, Robo Karate. When you see a good move, stop and look for a better one. Because there may be something even better that you can make happen. Alright, so I am going to buy the second Prostrate. That's going to disallow the bottled. Bottled Scrawl would be really good. Maybe if I hadn't bought the potion from the potion lady, I'd go Bottled Scrawl Prostrate. But I'd like to remove a strike. Yes. And is that still enough for Vault? No, but it is enough for the Sling of Courage. Or the Good Instincts. Heck, if I'm allowed to just afford it, I'd definitely rather go Sling over Establishment here. Let's do it. Buy that sling. Is it necessary? Absolutely not. Do I want it? Yes. Do we get rewarded massively with more Carter moves? Also yes. We now have Peace Pipe Smiling Mask, which means we can remove many cards. Oh, we just need to upgrade one of these Prostrates and we'll have turn 1 Divinity unlocked. Which is going to be turn 1 Akabeko Divinity nonsense. We do 39 damage to all enemies with an unupgraded Consecrate. That's obscene. Obscene, I tell you. Does Sling work in all elite events? Asks Yonex. Sling will work, yes, against the Dead Adventure event. Yes, for the second round Coliseum fight in Act 2. But does not work on double Orb Walkers in Act 3. Because that one's not considered an elite. Sling will work anywhere the Slaver's Collar also works. Very well, except for the boss fights. This is actually not a rushdown deck, right? This is not a particularly good rushdown. Currently operating on unupgraded Eruption. This Eruption might stay unupgraded. Heck, might even get removed. Let's skip it. And I'll take another event here. I'd love a heal. Heal would let me upgrade. Or an upgrade would let me rest. Or that's the opposite of that. Alright, thanks. Well, we're at the boss. Unfortunately, I don't think we beat Guardian if I upgrade a card, or at least not always. We might beat Guardian with an upgrade. Wallop upgrade, or heck, the Meditate upgrade could be really important, but all it's going to take is one bad draw to kill us, so I think I'm going to sleep. What is the button at the top that looks like a potion bottle? This is our chance of finding a potion after a combat, shown to us by the mod, Info Mod. Is the name of the mod. So I want to be in Wrath here? Yeah. Study down. And we'll have to potentially use the Distilled Chaos to get the transform here. Looks like the Scrawl is going to help. Fun. So keep the flying sleeves. Yes. Meditate, consecrate. I guess. Seems like a weird turn. Alright, now I can go Divine if I want to. I think I'd rather go Divine next turn and then Wallop. Just take one here. Too many cards in my hand. Bonk. We're already back to 5 Mantra, so as soon as I redraw Worship, we can go back into Divinity here. Note all the unused miracles. I don't think Establishment would be helping at all here. Almost like we have too much energy currently. I really want a wheel kick, like I said. Transform you now. Seems easier to just go to town next turn. We'll be... No, we won't be weakened. You're just blocking. Okay. Bonk. Back the bonk card. Yeah, Ice Cream, again, not sure what Ice Cream would be doing for us exactly. We could make the number on the bottom left of the screen get really big, but we can't actually use that number to do anything. Okay, we actually probably could have made it through that fight without the rest, but there was definitely a draw order that would have killed us somewhere in there. Do we want a Conjure Blade Devaform? There, you can make it. That also lets us get the energy number to be really big. Actually, Spirit Shield, I'm wondering if might be amazing here. We have a surplus of energy, and this card says gain block based on the number of cards in your hand, which is often a ton because of either Deus Ex or Scrawl or Meditate or what have you. Conjure Blade's also a way to use energy, but it's yet another big setup card, so I'm a little bit uncertain about that. I think I'd much rather take this Spirit Shield. And I like the potions much more than a Power Potion. I don't think Power Potions are very good on the Watcher. Pyramid. Makes our abundance of retain keywords feel a little silly, but it's hard to go wrong with a Runic Pyramid, if you ask me. Runic Pyramid says, at the end of each turn, you no longer discard your hand, keeping all of your cards, including the Prostrates and the Consecrates and such, available for the future. Very, very strong. There's definitely some issue with hand clog with Pyramid, but because of our access to card removal, any card that might clog our hand, we can simply delete from the deck permanently, leaving us with only cards that are good. And therefore, there is no such thing as too many cards in hand, because 10 good cards is going to be a lot to work with. Doubling the strength of potions might also be a reasonable option. I would strongly advise against going Busted Crown. We're already seeing an energy surplus most turns, and limiting our card options could really hurt us here. It also hurts our ability to accomplish our own challenge of getting 2 copies of cards. Yeah, we don't have a lot of other reasonable options there. Indeed. Alright, elites are where it's at this act. Might as well fight 3 of them, and I see we can get a shop after all is said and done, so let's just do that. Let's clobber our way through 3 elites. I bothered to get double investment on them. We might as well kill them. That does mean we'll get less upgrades than other routes through the act. That's only 1 less upgrade, whatever. Seems fine to me. Take a couple early events, maybe? Could always go 5 combats, but I don't really like going 5 combats at the beginning of Act 2. Seems dangerous. Very dangerous. No Chosen. Chosen always debuffs with the Hex on turn 1. Turns 2 and onward gets spicy-like. So you're weakening me, so I'll play the Consecrate here. We've always got Spirit Shield and Meditate available for blocking next turn. 18 by 2, says the Chosen One. No problem, says the Baylor. Can do it. So we go Spirit Shield, Prostrate, Worship, Meditate. Gonna put a lot of Dazed into the draw pile, but who gives a heck? Not me. Correction, I do. There we go, that's Divinity. Let's use it now? Or next turn? I could go Vigilance, Defend, take nothing this turn, Divinity next turn. Seems more reasonable, sure. Yeah, because now we need the bigger block, so Divinity Wallop is going to make more sense. Let's see if we can get that scroll into our hands. No luck, huh? Bummer. Alright, that means we're actually short a little bit on block and damage, too. We need this fight to end. This feels like a good opportunity to use the Flex Potion. I believe this turns this into a kill. Currently, we're only doing 20 plus 31. It's not enough. And we've got no damage in the draw pile and tons of days, so let's just get out of here. We do indeed get a new potion, which makes me feel pretty good about that choice. Do I want a Tranquility? Not particularly. We'd rather have cards that have direct attack or block values, ideally upgraded cards that do something like that. Otherwise, what's the point? Alright, so far so good. Ah! Where's the damage, Spire? Oh, I found it. I found it. Don't worry. I found the damage. It's the birds doing damage to us. Oh, we found Scrawl, too. That's good. Alright, do I consecrate with the Akabeko or what here? I think I do. You're the one dealing the most damage. We'd like to hit every bird 3 times. I think I can make that happen. Well, not every bird. Just these 2. It's not going to be able to easy to get out of Calm. Get out of Wrath, rather. So let's Eruption Scrawl and see what we get here. Good. Very good. So I could do Wallop Meditate, actually. I can block for 15 plus 4. Take 14 plus 6. So take 1? That's pretty good. Any other options that are reasonable here? Defend, Meditate? No. Strike, not an option. No Spirit Shield. Okay, yeah, Wallop Meditate. Sounds great. Meditating, of course, a Prostrate to go Divine next turn. Take 1 damage this turn. We're out of here. Pretty happy with that. What was the Pyramid buff? The original Runic Pyramid, back when Spire was originally in early access, said you no longer discard your hand, but you draw 1 less card per turn. It was a huge debuff, and made it very difficult to get enough cards into your hand in the first place to retain any of them. That was really the major weakness. Okay, speaking of upgraded cards, do we take a Tranquility Plus? I still think we don't. Do we take a Fasting? Fasting's pretty good with Prostrate, Consecrate, Flying Sleeves. It's not bad. It's another setup card, though, and we did already get our Fasting Mastery done. I'm pretty happy continuing to skip for the moment. Although one might ask how we're going to beat the Bronze Automaton. The answer is getting a wheel kick. That's my answer. Have we seen pellets yet? No. Ooh, Firepot, Duke Pot. Duke Pot's crazy good with Worship. Firepot versus Distilled Chaos is a tough choice. The Meditate makes me want to have the Distilled Chaos less, but there's other really good cards we could play. Think this deck rolls the Act Boss already? It certainly might. I mean, once we get... we might just need to upgrade Spirit Shield, and then we full block the boss easily. Yeah, so many wasted potions, indeed. I think I will go Firepot. It's at least reliable. Oh, and we get a bonus removal with a bonus store here. Excellent news. We also are... Hold on. Dolly's Mirror. So we have Mastery done with Ascender's Bane. We have Mastery done with Worship. This is an ideal opportunity to duplicate Scrawl or maybe Deus Ex Machina, but those don't feel that important to me. I could dupe the Eruption. Can I explain what I mean by Mastery? Exclamation point Mastery. We've embarked on a new self-imposed challenge this year to defeat Slay the Spire with 2 copies of every card in the game. Not all at once, but rather a winning run with 2 copies of every different card there is, all 300 plus of them. Which I'm using the term Mastery for, borrowed from Monster Train. So, essentially, have we beaten the game with this card yet? Yes or no? What this is going to do is force us to have sort of a theme deck of every possible variation across all the runs. Had it last year winning, we won 100 times with every character last year, Pseudonym. We're going to be looking at the aggregate data from those runs later this week on Friday. We're going to do a 400 wins retrospective. Talk about what I learned, what we saw, and I'll talk a bit about personally how I felt about the challenge and how I subjectively learned from it too. I think that'll be good. All right, so real talk. Do I want to duplicate a card? It really doesn't feel like I have that many amazing targets. How long do I think it'll take to master all cards? Several months at minimum. Could be longer, I don't know. And yeah, a lot of these mastery challenges will definitely end up on YouTube, for surezies. Alright, I'm going to go for the card removal line here. That'll leave us with more money in this store. Oh, we get to do it? No, we don't have Worship in our hand, but maybe we get to do it. Only if I don't play an attack card. I gotta do this right then. Behold, Twitch chat. Akabeko Divinity. 39 damage to all enemies or a 51 damage wallop. I want 39 to all. Or 36 damage to one enemy twice. The power. Alright, well, Going Divine is pretty strong, and the Spire says, if you love Divinity so much, why don't you marry it? Offering us an Ambrosia Potion. And you know what, Spire? I will. I will marry Divinity. I'll also pick up a Carve Reality. This is the kind of dense attack card we're looking for. This lets us turn these high-energy Divinity turns into way more damage, and further incentivizes a Master Reality. Oh, you meant the 400 wins lesson going on YouTube. Yes, that'll definitely be happening. For sure, Z's. Not a bad flurry of blows either, for the record. And this time, there's strength, too. Oh, we get to do it again. Heck yeah. Commence the bunketing, but this time, we're stronger now. Wait, I'm missing a... Oh, shoot. Well, I can just get the Worship back, though, right? Yeah, guaranteed. Easy. Oh no, the gremlins are attacking me. Whatever will I do about that? Bonk. Double bonk. You know what? Hit me, just for fun. Have fun. Do your worst. Boot thingy, free block. How could I say no? There's the wheel kick. Wheel kick over tantrum. Yes, please. This is a high cost, high damage attack that also draws cards. It's perfect. It's perfect. We finally get to an upgrade. Maybe I would want to toke a card, but I think it's actually way more important that we upgrade one of these two prostrates. That way we can actually now get to Divinity Stance the first time through the deck. See if we can do it right now. The power, Twitch chat. Boop. I just killed all 3 slavers with one play of an unupgraded Consecrate. This is actually a really good deck for Wreath of Flame. It's the Akabeko card. Goes to the Flying Sleeves, goes to the Wall Up, goes to the Consecrate. Problem is we're too far behind on upgrades here. Was that room empty? My potion chance empty? Why is my potion chance at 10%? How did this happen to me? Yeah, I'm not taking that Wreath of Flame, even though I kind of want it. Only kind of. Free Strength? That's going to slap. Vajra, one of the best Watcher relics out there. Especially when you've already got Strength. Wow. Getting countered by the Book of Stabbing here. With a big hit on turn 1, the 15% chance. Do I dare dupe pot just to perfect this fight? Be better in the... I mean, we're not going to get any more potions, right? We should hold on to these now. It's fine. Completely fine. Play some cards here. Room in hand. The fight's only going to get nastier with time. $27, $45, $21 twice. Let's do a lot of damage. Blue Candle can now play unplayable curse cards. Follow-up plus. Now that hits hard. If we want an attack to sneak into the deck here alongside Carve and Wheel Kick, this is a good candidate. I don't know whether we need it, though. Malkavian, thank you so much for the 3 full years of support. Much love to you. Bailerbot's here. I don't think we need any more cards now, damage-wise. What we do need is more card removals. Getting rid of the last starter cards in the deck. Even the Eruption can go, honestly. But let's start by getting rid of the last Strikes and Defense here. Ooh. We've already seen the Dolly's Mirror, though. But still, this could be anything. Even a Nilry's Codex. Letting us shuffle 1 of 3 random cards into the draw pile. At the end of each turn. Would have been a pretty good Necro, right? We got Wallop, we got Wheel Kick. But still, Nilry's is very breakable, for sure. For sure. No rares that we already have a copy of here. We could buy Chemical X, but we have no X-Cost cards. I think I'm happy to just remove a card here. With the Smiling Mask, which has already saved us 50 gold. Save me even more. 125 now. Could buy Metamorphosis. Or we could not do that. Having Nilrys justify picking up a casual Master Reality. We already actually had an excuse for Master Reality, which is the Carve Reality, the Study, and the Deus Ex. So now with Nilrys, I think we would definitely want it, if we see it. But only if we see it. Alright, that's Divinity. Well, you know what that means. Plan in Rome. Kick the Snake Plant for 72 damage. Could have had 8 of these cards by now. We've only wanted 2, but we could definitely have had more of these. Mental Fortress is not bad. I like Mental Fortress a lot with Divinity in general. But feels like kind of a weak way to get block in this deck compared to the Wallop and the Spirit Shield. Was I going to toke a card? I really need to upgrade cards. Really haven't gotten to use this Peace Pipe, have we? We have toked 0 cards. How devastating. Upgrading the base damage of the Wallop or the Wheel Kick is a good idea, too. But I actually really like the Spirit Shield Plus upgrade. Surely Wallop is a better upgrade first. Simply toke the Eruption. That is all. There it is, Twitch chat. Alright, let's do it. Let's do it. We go Worship, Prostrate. I have 7 energy. We use Consecrate to hit everybody. And now I play the Conjure Blade for 7, I think, is what I do with that energy. Triple's kind of nice, but I don't need it. So this is a 70 damage attack. Allegedly. Oh. Seems good. Oh. Oh. Oops. Pew pew. GG. Hey, I don't have these cards. Not too late for an Omniscience. There's a couple good Omni targets. Omni Worship is instant Divinity. Omni Study could be fun. Vault is also very reasonable here, giving us just an extra turn, and we get to retain all our cards, too. Vault would be the no-nonsense option. Blasphemy is Omniscience is a reasonable second pick. I don't think we want Blasphemy. Omni the Deus Ex. That's unfortunately not effective. But there are a lot of good uses for Omniscience. I'll take it. I'll take the Omni over the Vault here. Although I think both are pretty good. Tripper versus Empty Cage. We want more energy or even fewer cards. We could dunk Defend Eruption here. That actually leaves him with almost nothing to remove. Between the Peace Pipe and the Smiling Mask, I can get these cards removed anyway, so I'd rather take more energy. Sounds to me like the Coffee Dripper then. Could also go Sozu. Can no longer get potions, but guess what? My potions are amazing, so I'm fine taking those to the endgame. But realistically, we shouldn't need to rest at all. And like I said, we're already set for removals, so I'll just take 1 extra energy per turn in the form of the Coffee Dripper here. And we're going to continue to fight elites, ideally in as much quantity as possible, to harvest more money and get more relics and such. Maybe go for this upgrade, not sure. Love these events here. We could get, I would actually definitely take 999 gold because of how easily we can deal with normality curses in this deck. We might even be able to master the normalities by keeping them on purpose, because we have the blue candle. So let's consider that as an option, too. Definitely makes me want to go max events here early in the act. I'm looking for Mind Bloom. And that would be quite something. So we can Omni Scrawl if we want to. That's kind of cool. I'm just going to Omniscience Vigilance. Don't need any of this. Lose all our money for a red mask? No deal. Tomb of Lord Red Mask. But we can take the Ominous Forge, upgrade a card of our choosing, or take the Warped Tongs, which will upgrade a random card every turn in our hand. There's no starter cards for it to upgrade. And it's a fairly benign curse here. Sure, I'll take the special relic of the Warped Tongs, since we have such easy removal access. And unfortunately, we don't find Mind Bloom for double normalities. Not on this run. That's okay. I'm going to Omniscience the Worship now. And everyone's going to get blapped. Sound good? Nope, nope. Skip. Oh my. The strange spoon is here. Well, well, well. Spoon means that any card that normally exhausts when played has a chance to be discarded. That includes the Miracles, the Insights, again, which can be upgraded by the Warp Tongs, the Scrawl, the Omniscience, the Smite. Spoon shouldn't interact with the Deus Ex itself, but it will interact with the Miracles. Definitely makes me want to get rid of the pain. Because we can no longer reliably get rid of it with the blue candle. Do I want this brilliance? Don't we want that stuff to exhaust? We definitely don't want to lose the insights. They're just going to be more card draw if we can play them multiple times. The miracles are a bit of a mixed bag. Might be able to pick up a second copy. It does do a lot of damage in Divinity, although not as much as you'd really want it to. Sure. It fits with the deck, at the very minimum. Yoink. Caw. 45. Glad we have 14 free block this turn. What else could we do? So there, for example, I kept that Insight Plus, which is essentially a Master of Strategy. Draw 3. And I can full block by Omniing Spirit Shield. That's an easy choice, then. We also kept the Omniscience and one of those Miracles. Not all of those are good things, but most of them are. I kept that Miracle Plus. Boop. Matryoshka, not too late actually. We'll get one bonus relic out of it at least. Maybe 2 if we're lucky. We get another treasure chest here or something. Although I'm not sure I'm going to go that way. Let's see. Important. This is a tempting time to recall. But we can also toke. Let's get our recall done now. Can I just Omni Worship if I want to? And then Brilliance does very good damage turn 1. Seems pretty reasonable. Or I could, like, block and wait a turn. I could also double study. I kind of dig that. Let's do that. Let's see how that goes for this fight. So now we're getting 2 insights per turn with a Strange Spoon. Should lead to obscene card draw engine and stacking a ton of slow on this enemy pretty quick. Oh, we got Omniscience back. Oh, interesting. So I can double wheel kick with that. Let's do it. Nice. Oh, I don't even need to double wheel kick. Just there. That guy's dead. Dead like a giant head. Do I want a Flurry Plus? Not particularly. I guess the question is, how many more events do I want to look at? Versus, do I want to go to another store? Not really. So let's take this fire or don't. I'm going to go with don't. Let's go with 3 more events. Maybe we can get another pair of relics from a treasure chest if we're lucky. Ooh, Tamaru. Amazing. 1 mantra per turn. Now it's going to be even easier to spend our whole life in Divinity. That's the bonus relic from the Matryoshka. That's great. We meet the designer in Spire, who can either upgrade 2 random cards, remove a card, or remove a card and upgrade 1 at random. I actually love 2 random upgrades here. Almost anything that gets hit is good, because there are almost no good removals left. And it's nice and cheap, too. Of course you upgrade Eruption, of course you do. Alright, we won't be removing it after all. That's fine. Midnight Heart. If you get the urge to do painting in the middle of the night, is that midnight art? So we can just kill this, but I can't actually kill it. Set up to kill it. No refunds. Not even if you liked it. Good fight, good fight. Less wretched than usual. A glowing review? Question mark? Kind of unclear. And we get offered the Match and Keep. There should be a rare card here, and it's an Omniscience. Can we find the second Omniscience? I don't want to writhe. No, I cannot find the second Omniscience. Would I pick up a Conjure Blade? I don't think I would. We saw one at the end of Act 1. It's better now than it was then, but it's still not good enough for me to be particularly excited here. That's such a prospect. So what am I omniing here? I could omni flying sleeves. Nice damage wallop. Now this is 105. Your pow. Judgment. It's kind of cute. Talk to the Hand seems nice. This is a good Omniscience target and can help block the heart. Yeah, let's take that. Does want an upgrade, though. Pretty average turn 1. In this case, we'll have to wait until turn 2 for the average. Should have Spirit Shielded first, doesn't matter. Dead. Second upgraded Meditate. Not bad. Definitely not bad. Yeah. We need 2 copies for our challenge anyway. So we might as well. I'm going to remove that last defend here. And we're going to fight some bosses. Meditate with Plus. Alas, our faces are getting hurt here. We don't have a full block turn 1. I can do Spirit Shield Worship Prostrate, though, which enters Divinity automatically at the beginning of next turn. That sounds adequate. Simply adequate. Want the bonus damage to apply to both targets, so we want to Consecrate first, then use Brilliance Wheel Kick on the donut. Wheel Kick first. Absolutely devastate the donut. But it's not enough, not without a potion, and I don't want to use a potion, so we'll instead be meditating our, what? Prostrate plus again? Yeah. And then I could take a third eye. I don't want a third eye. There's our scroll turn. Good. Let's play this. Okay, back into Divine mode. We can kill Donu. Easy peasy like. Omni Brilliance would probably do a ton of damage, too. How much damage is that now? I'll even play Worship to make it higher base damage. Oh. It seems to be strong. Alright, good talk. It appears to have worked. Awakened one's a bit tricky. Thankfully, I've only got 1 power. Turned out it was enough. That's really all that mattered, huh? First joints for this fight. Sure. Alright, I'm gonna take care of these nerds. Come on. Could Omni talk to the hand after they're both dead? Cute. Am I doing study meditate or just meditate? Just meditate. Already a full block. Let's do Eruption Vigilance Meditate here as well. Take the wallet back. Oh, that'll do. I should have played the Vigilance there. That's fine. Put an Omni in the draw pile. But I can still do some obscene things. For example... Oh, we already got Crush Joints. That's still fine. I still think we have a kill here, right? Because all I have to do is worship, Omni, target, double Prostrate, double Brilliance. Yeah. Two thump, a deep pulsing dread can be felt throughout the room. Is this the heart of the spire, the source of all this bonking? We have enough money for a rare card. I think we might be just above the threshold required. We're getting a heal from the meal ticket, so we might as well either smith or remove here. I like the idea of upgrading our Talk to the Hand. We never did get Spirit Shield up, huh? Warp Tongues can take care of that. How do we evaluate watch your cards while like playing her like a normal character? It's all about keeping my own enjoyment of the game alive, ultimately, I think. He's more fun to play this way. This Watcher lady. Is Liquid Memories better than Dupe Pot? Can't use Dupe Pot. Can't use Liquid Memories on Omniscience or Talk to the Hand. Okay. Can't use Dupe Pot on Meditate. Pretty sad turn one. I guess it'll have to do, huh? Bummer. Kill the shield first, or do I think I can kill the spear next turn? If we're lucky, I can kill spear next turn. I don't even have to be particularly lucky. I can use the ambrosia. Let's see. We're going to be retaining 5 cards. 3 miracles, 2 meditated cards. I have pyramid. Yes, this is fine. Excellent. We got Spirit Shield Omniscience, making for a great turn here. Because we can Omniscience the Warship if I want to, giving me Divinity Brilliance, Divinity Wallop, which might even be enough to kill the Spear outright. Or I could do something like Double Wheel Kick, get more cards back into my hand. There's a lot of options. I think I'll just take the Divinity Brilliance, Divinity Wallop. $81 plus 45. That's a kill, right? Oh, surely he did the math. Excellent. Look at these upgraded miracles. All 3 of those upgraded separately by Warp Tongues. Not that I necessarily need the energy, but here we are. Good times. That in play and meditate. It doesn't matter. We're divine next turn because of Domaru. Hey, you lived! Our glorious reward is the boot, increasing our unblocked attack damage, and Wish is our only rare offering here. Alas. Fantasia, thanks for the 18 months! Your wife got Monster Train for your birthday last weekend. It's really fun. Nice! Hope you've been enjoying the climb through the Covenants. Time to wish for gold against heart. We'll be gentle. Keep it under 20 cards. Prove we're a real Watcher deck. study here. Some hilarious dupe targets. Study is not a great one here. Ouch. Alright, I'll probably just dupe that for my own life. I played Gordian Quest, a little bit of Gordian Quest. I found it a little bit bloated mechanically. There's a lot going on in Gordian Quest, but it doesn't seem like that much of it mattered. Still, it's a really good deck builder if you want a really long overarching campaign. So progress a deck of cards through a really long experience. You can be very good at that. Hey, there's the Master Reality. I'll take it. It's not too late, they said. Or is it? Alright, we've got regular Divinity here. What was the Ambrosia even for? Doesn't matter. The blocketing. And then just meditate back. The Scrawl, because Strange Spoon kept Scrawl Plus. And another Prostrate, please. And more Mantra, please. Maybe this was the turn for Ambrosia. Doesn't actually let me do this turn, though. Play a lot of cards and then draw a lot of cards. I'm down. And then I can Omni a block card, which could be the Wallet Plus, although I worry if I destroy the Wallet Plus by Omniing it, we could end up in trouble here. It's not for the moment. Say we did. Charlance. Then we could go back into Divinity, potentially. Okay, okay. There's Wallop. Okay. Sweet. Just Divinity Wallop on 2 consecutive turns. Easy. It's that easy. Alright, then I can Omni Brilliance if I want to do more damage, but then we're losing the Brilliance. The longer the fight goes on, the better the Brilliance is. Let's Omni the Wheel Kick, then. Give me some cards in hand. Perfect. Got rid of that successfully. Good. Please give me these cards. Smite plus. Insight plus. The power is building, Twitch chat. Reach Heaven plus makes a Through Violence plus. That's kind of cool, actually. I'm down. Which I then get to draw immediately. It does 93 damage. Kerblam. And it might have been... And we get to keep it, too. Oh my goodness. That's actually a really good card. Oh my. Power. Alright, Strange Spoon seems to be doing Strange Spoon things now. It's great. GG, Mr. Hart. GG. Not too bad, Twitch chat. Not too bad. Didn't have a ton of duplicates in this deck, but there were a couple important ones. We got Omniscience crossed off the list. Meditate crossed off the list. And it was just plain fun. I'll take it. GG. GG. The power of the pyramid. Yeah, what a really good Astrolabe start. The worship and the study proved to be pretty dang useful by the end of it all. GG Twitch chat. GG. That was kind of a difficult Act 1, though. We really had to get some starter cards removed before it started to be effective. The Saint, thanks for 28 months of support. And yes, that might be our first Damaru victory. Was the second Omni only temporary? Hold on. I thought we had 2 copies of something. No? Just Meditate and Prostrate. Got it. We didn't get any of the rares doubled. That's right. Well, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, the second copy was from Nilry's. That's right. Only one of each of the rares. So no rares mastered on this Watcher run. That's okay. As always, next run, which will be with the Ironclad, the brave Red Warrior. During the end there, the Saint, thanks for 28 months. Acid Sweetie, thank you for the Prime sub. And Plute, what a name, what a player. Thank you so much for 2 months of support. Before we jump into our next run as the Ironclad, I'm going to take a quick break, refill the legs, stretch the water, grab a brief snack. Upon my return, the Spire action will continue. Be right back, everybody. Don't go nowhere.